Hi friends, my name is Bhavya Mangla. I'm IATF qualified auditor doing audit for the automotive sector for the last 19 years. I'm again back with a very interesting topic. What exactly is a dojo center? And by the time this video will end, you will understand what is dojo center, why it is important, what is the goal of dojo center, what are the different steps or different activities which happen there, who can be a trainer in the dojo center, what are the benefits that organization can get, and what are the key industry challenges. Benjamin Franklin has said a very interesting thing. He said that, tell me and I forget, teach me and I may remember, involve me and I learn. Something similar happens in a dojo center and also in our day-to-day life. Well, think about the MBBS coaching or MBBS program, entire program. When the students are learning, so it's not that they directly do some operation on the patient, but in the beginning on the dead body they do different kind of activities to understand about the human body and what can be done, how to cut and all those things. Something happens in the automotive sector also, wherein before making a complete vehicle, a prototype is being made, and something similar happens with a different component, and it is being seen that with the fitment, function, the feel, and based on that, then they decide to go for the mass production. Something similar happens, or something exactly is with respect to the dojo center. Now, dojo is primarily a Japanese word, and it means a place to practice. And earlier in the very beginning, this particular word was used primarily for the martial arts and other different activities. But of late, in the automotive sector, it is being used a lot, and majority of the Japanese companies have got a dojo center wherein the key objective is that people should come, learn, understand that what exactly is the manufacturing process, how to work there, and based on that they can improve their skill so that they can go to the shop floor and they can work there. So that brings second important point. What exactly is the goal of a dojo center? So there are three key objectives of a dojo center. The first objective is to benchmark the quality efficiencies. The second is zero defect product, and the third and the most important thing is customer satisfaction. So that brings a very important thing, that why dojo center is required and why different kind of trainings are required. So there are different reasons that why we need a dojo center and the training related to that. So for example, there's a new person who has joined a company and that person does not know anything except the theoretical knowledge. So a dojo center helps to understand about the different aspects of the manufacturing process. Then there can be a job rotation. Maybe a person working in a molding process now shifting to a fabrication process, or maybe a welding process. Or the dojo center can help to understand about the manufacturing process more clearly. Many a time it happens that the technology is changing. So when the technology is changing, say for example, we are talking about collaborative robots. So at that time it helps to understand how to use the robot in a simulated condition rather than actually going to the shop floor and then doing the thing. And then something also is important with respect to the refresher training, that many times when we work, we have a certain knowledge bank and we think that it is sufficient. But then when we again go to a refresher training, we understand that what are the things that we are not doing correctly, and then it helps us to understand about that. Then another question comes, who can give a dojo's training? So I think all the people who are qualified in their respective places, it can be a production process, quality, maybe a new product development, stores, dispatch. So all those respective people who are competent in their area, they can deliver this training. That brings a very important next thing, how to give a training in the dojo center. So primarily when we are talking about the training, this kind of training, especially if a person is new, it's primarily for 8 to 10 days so that a person can understand each and everything. In general industry, the dojo center is being used for the workers who work on the machines, but many a times there are many companies who are also using it for the staff to understand about the nuances of the manufacturing process, so that when they are working as a production supervisor or maybe a quality inspector, they can understand that how the manufacturing process works and they can contribute in a more effective manner. So primarily there are 8 key aspects which are being taught in a dojo center. So let me go through them one by one. The first and the foremost is with respect to the organization. So when I talk about organization, primarily the person comes to know about the organization structure, roles, responsibility, authorities, maybe the policy with respect to that. The second is with respect to the safety aspect, very, very important aspect. A person comes to know about the different aspects related to the fire, emergency preparedness, maybe any legal requirement. The third and very, very important is about five senses. How to use the five senses. When I talk about five senses, primarily I mean to say sight, smell, sound, taste and touch. So there are different kinds of games or activities which are there. By using that, a person can understand about the five senses, and it helps the person when that person is actually on the shop floor to implement it effectively. Say for example, touch. When the person understands the importance of touch, by just touching on the machine, a person can understand whether there is more vibration than that or not. Or maybe a sound. Now, by hearing the sound, a person can understand that whether the machine is working correctly or there is some abnormal sound which has started coming, and there can be many more things which can be done. The next is with respect to the product. Now, when a person joins a company or there's a job rotation, it becomes very important for a person to understand about the product, about the different sub parts with respect to that, what are the different customers, how it can impact to the end customers, and there can be many more things. The next is about manufacturing process. Now, the manufacturing process, there are so many things about the process flow, about identification of the material, the traceability, how to read the work instruction, 6M man machine material method, mother nature and measurement, about the NC handling, anything with respect to abnormality, what to do with respect to that. So all those things are being taught in the manufacturing process. Then talking about the product quality. What are the customer specific requirements with respect to the product? Anything specific that needs to be checked? Any special characteristic? Maybe many times a poison test being done. Knowledge about the fitment function. So all those things are being taught in the dojo center. Then the seventh is about the machine maintenance. A person should have some basic knowledge about it, because these days as part of TPM we are talking about my machine concept. So a person should be about CLIT, CLIT, cleaning, lubrication, inspection, testing, then about the preventive maintenance, predictive maintenance, overhauling, some basic guideline knowledge about that. And last and the most important thing is about the quality system. Unless and until a person is aware about the policy, the quality policy of the organization, about the business plan, performance indicator, and all the other related procedures and work instructions, it will be very difficult for any person, maybe an operator or a staff, to understand with respect to that. Lastly, to talk about some of the key benefits our nation can get if there is an effective system of dojo center. First and the foremost, the most important thing is that it creates a muscle memory. When a person goes to the shop floor, person is ready about the manufacturing process and they can effectively work there. The second is about it develops a safety culture. It helps to initiate the concept of error prevention in the organization. Then certainly whatever product that is being produced, it is of good quality. And certainly with an effective dojo center training, a person improves the productivity, and certainly last but not the least, it enhances the morale of the person by which he gets all those trainings. Talking about the key industry challenges, the first and the foremost is how often, even though there is a dojo center, the organization or the related personnel are actually serious about giving an effective training in there. The second focus, or the most important challenge is how often, even if the organization is willing to give the training, the staff or the workers are really willing to challenge themselves and to learn more about that. And the third and the most important thing which is generally missing is that how often the effectiveness of the dojo center training is being verified before a person is being placed on the shop floor for working. So if we do a summary, I talk about what exactly is a dojo center, what is the goal of dojo center, who can give training with respect to that, where dojo center training is applicable, how and what are the different aspects, which I talk about 8 different aspects about that, and what are the key benefits organization can get if effectively dojo center training is being implemented. Well, my next video will again be in the series of training and HR, and there I'm going to talk about Kaizen. Well, regularly I'm getting a lot of feedback from your side and they're helping me to understand your expectation. So do continue that. And in case you want to understand a little bit more about this particular video, you'll find a link below. If you click that, you'll find a blog there, and there you will get more information about this particular video. And in case you're liking these kind of blogs and videos, you can always share with your friends and colleagues, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel and my website bhavyamangala.com. Thank you.